And then there was one. The 31st and final race of the Castrol GTX Cup Series season is down to it. 50 laps left in the season. And we're here at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the season finale, the Napa Auto Parts 500. And boy, we always talk about how things can change, and God did it ever at Phoenix. Quentin Moore, all he needed to do was to come in the Phoenix, lead by about the same margin he had coming out of Phoenix, and he would have been feeling more good about his second straight championship. Well, instead, the crew obviously misjudged on the setup and gave him a 30th place finishing car, while the rest of the top 5 finished up in the top 5 or top 10 in the points, or in the race, I should say. And now suddenly we have 82 points separating the top 5 coming into this event at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And if I know Quentin, he is nervous as you know what. Him and the other 4 guys in the championship hunt, and that also includes Trent Dunham, Dylan Young, Kyle Matthews, and Cole Deaver. All 5 of them coming in here with a shot at the championship at Atlanta Motor Speedway. For today's season finale for the Castrol GTX Cup Series, we had a great finale in the Mellow Yellow Racing Series there with that championship decided, but boy, it's gonna. Well, and I think both series came in here with about the same margin. But anyway, that being said, here's the final starting line for this race here today. Quentin Moore starting off pretty well this time, though, as the points leader starts from the pole for today's race at 194 miles an hour. He's alongside Jessica Shelton, car number 94 to McDonald's Ford on the outside. Second row, car number 5, Phil Parker, the HendrickCars.com Chevrolet. And number 22, Dylan Poteet, the Caterpillar Toyota. Third row, the Daytona 500 champion, Rafael LeDuc in the Home Depot Chevrolet. And number 66, Eric Monaco in the Phillips 66 Trop Arctic Toyota. Going to row number 4, it's car number 15, Nathan Hudson, and number 44, Alex Miller. Next row down has car number 18, Nathan Ormond, and number 34, that is the Freight Auctions Ford of James Sykes. Great qualifying for the Michael McDowell colors. Going to row number 6 is car 24, Charles Sanford, the DuPont Chevrolet. Charles coming in this race number 8 in the points coming in this event, trying to hang on to the top 10. Beside him is number 12, Zach Winkle. Next row down has car number 25, Kyle Matthews, the Kodiak Chevrolet. One of our 3 in-car cameras in today's race. In fact, Quentin Moore has our second camera in today's event. He's alongside car number 01, Laura Chung in the U.S. Army Punt Chevrolet. Next row down, Seth Cole in 98, and number 70, that is Daniel Bouchard, the Rumple Furniture AC Spark Plug Chevrolet. And our third camera rides inside the car of Cole Deaver, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet, car number 3. He's alongside number 33, Harrison Ponder, the Skull Bandit Chevrolet. A lot of 3s in that row. Next row down is number 88. That is the car of Matt McIntyre. And number 1, it is Stephen Colon. Both of them have 1 win this season. Next row down has car number 14, Allison Rain, and number 6, the Valvoline Ford of Austin Reed. Next row down is number 29, Zachary Fitzwater, 2-time winner season so far. And number 16, Gabby Conklin, the Family Channel Ford. And it's number 8, Amanda Evans, and number 28, Keith Batson, the Texaco Haviland Ford. Next row down is number 99, Levi McIntyre, the XI Barriers SKF Ford. And number 11, Benjamin Miles in the FedEx Freight, in the FedEx Express Chevrolet Toyota. Excuse me on that one. Sorry, I can't talk. Next row down is number 17, Jesse Turner, and number 2, Dylan Young, another one of the championship contenders in this field. He comes in this race number 3 in the points. Coming in this event here, the number 2 Miller Lite Ford. He's a winner twice this season so far. Next row down, Joshua Osborne in 45 and 26. Daniel Voiles, one of the leaders one of the drivers running for Rookie of the Year this season as well too. There's number 7, JT Bryant. Number 10, Kat Batson. Next row down has number 43, Mike Becker, and 48, Caleb Fogler. Then it's 68, Cody McGurk, and 42, Trent Dunham. Next row down to number 30, car of Roberto Crown Jr. And number 4, William Brock is starting shotgun. Ryan Butcher in car 71, the Lifeboy Chevrolet. Here's the command to fire him up for the final time this season.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
That should be ladies and gentlemen, start your engines, because we have a lady on the front row for this event here too. But boy, I'm ready. Are you guys? Yep, because here we go. For the final time, the pace car leads the field off a pit road here, so we'll be back for the start of the race right for this. So for the final time here, through the third and fourth turns, the pace car is about to lead the field through turns 3 and 4. It's an all-Ford front row. Quentin Moore and Jessica Shelton. Moore, as we mentioned, is the points leader coming in this event here. For him to win the championship, if he and Trent Dunham finish 1-2, then Quentin's got to win the event title, obviously. As they come on turn number 4 here, and it's going to start finish line. The final time, the green flag waves, and we're underway here in Atlanta. And if Trent Dunham wins this race here, and Quentin Moore has to finish second and lead a lap in this race here. But I will say too, obviously as well. Too, if Trent wins this race and Quentin does not lead a lap here, then it'll be a tie, and Trent will win the championship by a tiebreaker of more wins on the season. So Quentin's got to lead a lap, which he does, right? Which he does that too. So Quentin does not have to worry about not leading a lap and getting his 5 bonus points. Because you get 5 points for leading a lap and 5 extra points for leading the most laps in any given race in any series that I run, at least. I know guys like Seth, Dylan, Charles, and Levi have their own systems, point systems, I guess you might say, for their respective series as well too. Same with Michael Norman and Trent Dunham as well too. Quentin leads the second lap of the race here, and now here comes Phil Parker to the low side, number 5, the winner at Charlotte this season in the Mellow Yellow 500. Look in the back of the 21 Sitco cars, Rafael Leduc is in third. Fourth is Nathan Hudson, and another Nathan Ormond, trying to shove Hudson by Jessica Shelton for position there. That's for fourth position, and now Leduc's caught up to the back of the 5 and 21 cars both. And here comes the Flying Canadian. Let's remember, Rafael Leduc got his first ever Castrol GTX Cup Series victory victory on this very same track a couple of seasons back when he won here at Atlanta in the spring event here. So he hopes to get his second Atlanta win here, and he's already won twice this season, as we mentioned, but he has not won since the second race of the season at Rockingham. And of course, as I mentioned, he also started off the season winning the Daytona 500 as well too. But I tell you what, and Leduc leads his first lap of the race here, but Quentin now falls back in line, and he's now moved to second position now. But 3 wide behind him is one of Quentin's drivers here, James Sykes, in the Freight Auctions Ford, the black and white 34. Moves inside, he'll take third position away. So they're 3 wide back there, and problems for the 10 of Kat Batson. She's on pit road, some damage on the Tide Ford, and she's out of the race. And that we'll look and see what happened to her. And Benjamin Miles also with some damage on his machine, the number 11 car. There's the 4 car, William Brock, the Kodak Film Chevrolet. He's right there on the tail end as well too. And meantime, James Sykes goes to the top spot. He'll take the lead here down the backstretch, and 3 wide back there. Kyle Matthews right in the middle of this battle right here between Alex Miller, and Austin Reed in the 6 car. Allison Rain in the 14 car trying to shove the 6 machine. And Matthews came into this race number 4 in the points coming into this event, and he was 77 points out of the lead coming into this event as well too. So I tell you, it's going to be interesting to see how the race ends, how the finish shakes out though once the 50 laps was completed during the race here, because obviously it's all going to depend on where everybody finishes in the race here today. But right now, Quentin Moore would have the championship right now if this race were to end right now here. As he right now runs in 7th position, Trent Dunham at this point runs 33rd. He was the man number 2 in the points coming into this event. Talking about Dunham, and he was 15 out of the lead after his big victory at Phoenix. And Quentin Moore when we talk about Quentin Moore's disappointing run in the Cup Series race at Phoenix. Look at that speed shot right there. That's what 200 miles an hour looks like at Atlanta. Try to feel the wind off of those cars at that speed. But anyway, back to what I was saying there. Quentin Moore, though, he finished 30th in the Cup race there. He did win the Mellow Yellow event in Phoenix there. So that's quite a contrast from that weekend. As they come on to number 4 here, and look at the 66 car. That's Eric Monaco to the low side, looking for the lead on James Sykes. And there's the copter view from that machine. Nathan Ormond cuts in front of Charles Sanford to try to take third position away, and he tries to take second now from James Sykes in the 34 machine. Boy, talk about your chess game there. 195 miles an hour plus here, and in fact, the fastest lap of the race so far is set by Keith Batson at 196.655 miles an hour. In fact, two cars over 196 miles an hour. Keith Batson and Daniel Voiles, both of them at that kind of speed here. So 196 miles an hour around Atlanta Motor Speedway. That is flying around this track. Rafael Leduc closed up in the back of Charles Sanford here. Leduc running in fourth position right now. Sanford in third. Monaco second. And Nathan Ormond leads his first lap of the race here today. Number 18 Interstate Batteries Toyota. Down the backstretch they come here. And there's Kyle Matthews now passing the 21 of Quentin Moore. But Quentin trying to get position back here to jump inside the number 21 Sitco Ford of Quentin Moore. And look at the tachometer blinking red right there. That means he is beyond. That means he is beyond the red line on the tach right there. You can rev it up to about 10,000 on most of the tracks here. And of course, this track here in Atlanta usually is one of the tracks constituted as an engine builder's nightmare. And you look at the tachometer right there of Quentin Moore's car. That is why they go down no lower than barely over 8,000 RPMs there. And then by the time they get off turn number 4, they're about almost 9,000. There's the tach. There's the tach right there, 9,600 RPMs for Quentin Moore. And there's a view from Kyle Matthews' perspective, and let's see how much he's turning on the RPM range. About 9,500 right there for Kyle, and down to about 7,900 in the middle of 3 and 4. Now he's back on the throttle here. Charles Sanford, by the way, goes to the lead, and he'll lead his first lap of the race. See, down about 8,100 in the middle of turns number 1 and 2 right there. Up turn number 4, about 8,800 RPMs. And see up to about 95, almost 9,600 RPMs for the number 25 machine. And there's Cole Deaver's perspective, number 3 Goodwrench. Let's see how many R's he's turning come off the turn. But they're behind Phil Parker, and boy, somebody's holding up that number 3 Goodwrench Chevrolet there, because he is running really slow, 183 miles an hour in the middle of the turns. Pulls up behind the 21 Sitco Ford of Quentin Moore there, trying to get some positions there. And yeah, there's Y right there, the 11 car, the damaged car of Benjamin Miles. He's holding everybody up. So that was bad news right there. And Benjamin's still holding everybody up. Quentin Moore, though, he is right in a very vulnerable position right there, and he escapes his way out of it now. That's held up him, Deaver, Shelton, and Monaco, everybody else that was up in the top 5, top 10 a while back. And now everybody with the foot flat to the throttle and trying to get back to that pack of cars that they were running with earlier. Trent Dunham, meantime, up to 22nd position, so that lap traffic helped him a bit. He was able to go to the inside racetrack here. Now he loses a spot to the 70 car of Daniel Bouchard. Back to the leaders, it's still Charles Sanford, the winner this season of the Pepsi 400 at Daytona and also the Winston 500 at Talladega this season. Both his wins are coming on plate tracks this season. He would like to get a win in Atlanta, that's for darn sure, though. Here he goes. He would like to pull one off here today at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And you see the speed right there, 200 miles an hour to turns number 3 and 4 for the number 24 DuPont Chevrolet. And let's see how fast it comes off turn number 4. 188 miles an hour off turn number 4. And 197 across the start-finish line. 202 miles an hour into turn number 1. And down about 171 miles an hour in the middle of 1 and 2 goes the number 24 DuPont Chevrolet. Nathan Ormond is second. Third is now Kyle Matthews. Fourth is Seth Cole. Allison Rain right now up to the 5th position. Allison has not had a good season at all in the Chase Briscoe colors. Allison hoping to try to close out the season with at least a pretty good run here. Allison will be running the number 34 Royal Oak. We'll be running the number 34 Royal Oak colors in the next season in the Mellow Yellow Racing Series, because we will actually go to straight into season 4 of Mellow Yellow once we get done with this very race here in Atlanta for the Castrol Cup Series, because the Castrol Cup Series is going to go on a bit of a break here a little bit, and before I decide what to do for season 33. There's Nathan Ormond to the low side of the racetrack here. He'll go for the lead on Sanford. Not quite. And Seth Cole gets by Kyle Matthews for third position, I should say. Harrison Ponder up to the number 5 spot here to see Ormond look to the outside. Nothing doing here. And here comes Seth to the low side, the number 98 Haas Automation Ford. And he'll go for the lead, and he's got it here. Now Matthews looks to the low side. That's for fourth position, I should say. Actually, it is for third there. Riding now is Kyle Matthews once again. Our number 25. Matthews, a 3-time series champion here, has a shot at his 4th title in this series. He comes in this race with 10 top 5s and 15 top 10 finishes this season. He's finished top 10 in half the 30 races this season so far. Allison Rain up the 4th position now as Nathan Ormond is now dropping back a little bit now. See Rafael Duke, his teammate, passing him in number 20. Matt McIntyre, the 88 car up there now too in the Nationwide Insurance Chevrolet. They haven't skunked him at all this season, though. He did win race number 3 this season at Richmond, Virginia, the first race at Richmond. And battle for the lead. Here comes Seth Cole to the left side. He's going to go for the top spot on Sanford. Trying to take position away, and let's see what happens down the backstretch side by side. Allison Rain behind him in the 14 machine. Allison looking a little bit racy here today. If you remember at Phoenix, Allison started from the pole in that race, led the very first lap, and then had problems at the end of that first lap. And in fact, got center punched from behind by Levi McIntyre in that race. And I think that race there kind of made Allison a little bit determined to finish the season off on a high note. Now you see number 20, Rafael Duke to the low side here in the Sanford. Look at that power he's got on the DuPont Chevrolet. Trying to keep that 3rd position here from LeDuc and trying to take 2nd also from Allison Rain. But Seth Cole's got the low side on lockdown right now, the number 98 machine. And, well, Seth goes to the high side now. Well, he's doing some heavy-duty blocking right now, I'll tell you that for sure. And Rain goes to the low side now, looks for the top spot on Seth. Fitzwater's up there, number 29. Here comes everybody else there in the pack here. Harrison Ponder, Laura Chung, Jesse Turner, Nathan Ormond, Dylan Poteet, Matt McIntyre, and Keith Batson. Batson, number 20, Texaco Haviland Ford, the Davey Allison colors. Running right now in 13th position right now. See where everybody else is running at. See where all the championship contenders are running right now. There's Trent Dunham. He's getting past Dylan Young, the number 42 machine. Where's Quentin Moore, you might ask? He is back in, and I tell you, Quentin has got to be frustrated right now. That lap car of Benjamin Miles, he's back in 29th right now, and Quentin has got to be saying, "Come on, everybody else, wreck." When you don't want to wish bad luck on anybody, that's actually for sure. But when you're the points that are coming in this event there, and you had lap traffic holding you up, like they did, that's probably. Whoa, there's the lap traffic again. There's Benjamin Miles once again. There is as Allison Rain, but this goes to the lead now. Here comes Ponder and Matthews side by side for 2nd position. And Ponder's going to hold up the 20 of Rafael Duke, his teammate, no less. And Sanford and everybody else in the inside lane thinking, screw this, I'm not getting behind the lap car again. And now everybody else is going to try to close up. Now everybody else is about pretty much almost closed up to the back of the this front pack of cars are Daniel Foyles trailing that pack there behind the 88 of Matt McIntyre. And here we go again. Miles holding up that pack again. Now you see Dunham to the low side there. Dylan Young, Jessica Shelton, Alex Miller, Nathan Hudson, and Quentin. There you go. And Quentin now gets by Benjamin and says, "Screw you for holding me up." And now Quentin sets his sights now on that pack of cars and try to mow his way down the field again here as you now jump inside Quentin's car once again. And Quentin knows he's got 18 laps to go, 17 and a half laps to go now in this race. 23rd is where he's running at right now, the number 21 set go forward. And he knows Matthews, Young, Dunham, and Bieber are all ahead of him in this race. Driving like a man possessed is Quentin Moore, the man from the state of Tennessee. He falls up behind the 44 car of Alex Miller. $16 laps to go in this race right now, and now you see Hudson, or I should say Poteet and Orman and Batson up the high side of the track now. And actually, my mistake there. Cole Bieber's actually not running ahead of Quentin Moore. Quentin's 22nd right now. Bieber's 29th right now in this race here. But boy, Kyle Matthews on the back bumper of that 14 car of Allison Rain. And move Kyle up to the top spot now, number 25. Kyle's won here at Atlanta before in this series. And Harrison Ponder looking for Rookie of the Year honors this season, as he's in a battle for Rookie of the Year between Daniel Foyles, and I believe I'm trying to think who the third one in that battle was there for Rookie of the Year honors. But anyway, yeah, he and Foyles are the two drivers running for Rookie of the Year. Yeah, Eric Monaco is another one running for Rookie of the Year this season as well too. So that's a battle for the Rookie of the Year honors this season as well too. And Ponder running strong right now. If he can get a victory here at Atlanta, that would be sweet for him. And talking about another one who wants another victory here in the season, that's Laura Chung. She got her taste at Richmond, the night race at Richmond this season. And Laura will tell you that was the sweetest victory of them all for herself. And she wants it again at Atlanta. Chung up the second position now as she moves inside of Matthews now. Matthews blocking for all it's worth. And now Seth Cole moves low side here. Here comes, it's got the push from 24 car Charles Sanford. Seth running in sixth position right now, running inside of Allison Rain now for the number 5 spot. And Charles had to back off just a slight bit in that 24 machine. There you see Poteet right there behind. Also, Matt McIntyre, several others behind him there. That's the 15th position car of Zach Winkle. Mike Becker moving up through there. Trent Dunham, Dylan Young. That's second and third in the points up ahead. As you remember, second and third in the points right there. They are running right now. 17th and 18th, Quentin Moore. Not far behind him. He's in 22nd. And if he can get by, he hopes to get by Miller, Shelton, Hudson, and those 3 cars, and he may have a chance there. Here comes inside of Miller now for that number for a position that's for 21st. But time is running out. We're down to 10 laps to go at Atlanta. Dunham inside of I should say Young inside of Trent Dunham, and he's got position on the 42 machine. 17th place on your screen right there. I'll tell you what, if I may be honest, I'm not sure who's going to be your champion right now, the way it's going right now in this race here, until the points are distributed here, because the way it's looking like Kyle Matthews may steal the championship away from the front three cars, plus the way it's going right now. And just remember, Young and Matthews were actually tied for third place, 77 behind the leader. So I'm not sure. So the way it's looking like right now, Matthews may steal it away from the front three cars in the points. And if that's the case, they're talking about your come out of nowhere to win the championship deals. Dunham again on the high side, Young on the low side here. In the meantime, Jessica Shelton trying to get by Nathan Hudson. That's for 19th. Meantime, back to the front of the pack again here. There's the battle for the lead here, maybe for the win here. Kyle Matthews, Laura Chung, Harrison Ponder, Charles Sanford, 24 car, 88 of Matt McIntyre. Matt's won this race before here at Atlanta. Poteet is up there, Fitzwater in 29. All this at 190 miles an hour. They're averaging almost 192 miles an hour in this race, 191.915 to be exact. 6 laps to go. And Quentin Moore got moved up the track that time by car 21. Look at all those points go by him. He tries to get by Alex Miller, and Miller gets by him. Here comes William Brock. And Quentin Moore has got to be frustrated right now. Probably telling his crew, if he hadn't have screwed my car up at Phoenix, this would not have happened. And that's going to move the Q-Man down to about 20, let's see, maybe 23rd, 24th possibly in this race. And now Phil Parker moves to the left side of him. And let's remember, those two were battling for the lead earlier going. Quentin did get a lap led and got 5 bonus points, but that's not going to be a darn thing now. Now he moves to the low side now. And he is 23rd that time by. But they are running out of time. 4 laps to go now. 3.5 now. Here in Atlanta, and Kyle Matthews in command of this race. But Laura Chung, she's trying any way in the world now. She's moved high, she's moved low, she's dropped back, she's moved up. I think we're fixing to find out what's going to happen these final 3 laps. And Atlanta has seen some really good finishes in this series. Harrison Ponder back there. He's never won in the series before. Could it be his first today? Charles Sanford looking for his third victory of the season. Poteet's looking for his first as well this season as also. And same with Ormond. And here comes Ponder to the low side. He must have heard me because he's on the low side of the track now. And he gets second and can't catch Matthews for the win. They're pulling back to the 11 car once again here. Oh, who's going to get screwed over this time by? Ponder to the low side, and Ponder shoots by Matthews. Harrison Ponder will lead him down to the white flag. He'll have 1 lap remaining in this race here in Atlanta. Harrison Ponder, car number 33, the Skull Bandit Chevrolet, looking for Rookie of the Year honors this season. He might have just stole one away from everybody else in this race here today. Here comes to the 3rd and 4th turns now. Charles Sanford trying to get a push from Dylan Poteet. They come off turn number 4. They come, and it's not going to happen for the 24 car. Start finish line. How about a first-time winner? Harrison Ponder wins the Napa Auto Parts 500 in Atlanta. Harrison Ponder, the number 33 Skull Bandit Chevrolet, who has won so many times in the NNSCRA, who has run good, and actually a veteran of NNSCRA competition, mainly in series like the the NNSCRA Duracell Cup Series here that Seth himself runs, and several other series before it. And now he gets his first Castrol GTX Cup Series victory in the final race of the season. Boy, talk about a darn good run for that 33 machine. Took advantage of the lap car holding up several other cars here, and shot to the lead with coming to the white flag through turns number 3 and 4, and pulled it off. Boy, what a race! So 31 races down in the books this season, and there's no more to go. And that was the last race of the season here. And boy, we're going to see it's going to be interesting to see how everything shook up in this race here. Charles Safer comes home second. So it looks like he's going to solidify himself a top 10 finish in the points here this season. Dylan Poteet third. Nathan Orman gets fourth. Matt McIntyre fifth. Zachary Fitzwater sixth. Kyle Matthews, who looked like he had it won, got screwed over by Benjamin Miles. He ends up finishing seventh, though it's still not a bad finish for him. But Seth Cole comes home eighth. Joshua Osborne ninth. Jesse Turner 10th. 11th will go to Mike Becker. Trent Dunham comes home 12th. That's the second place driver in the points. Laura Chung 13th. Allison Rain. Daniel Voiles 15th position in this race here today. Then Keith Batson, Zach Winkle, Dylan Young, Nathan Hudson, and Quentin Moore was 20th. And I don't think that's going to be enough for Quentin to hold on to that lead. I don't think it will be. In fact, I know it won't be, because Dunham finished more than 15 points ahead of him in this race. He and Dylan Young both. Oh my gosh. I tell you what, Quentin Moore is going to be beside himself, because he had a 122-point lead coming in the Phoenix, so next to the rest of the season. And I mean, as I said, the crew just completely missed the setup on that number 21 car, ends up finishing 30th in that race, where everybody else in the top 10 got, the top 5 in the points, I should say, got top 10 finishes, including Dunham's victory. So, I mean, if I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not sure who's actually your champion. Who's actually your champion. It might be Trent Dunham. Possibly. We'll see if the points are distributed at the end of this video, and as I do the season end video. But boy, that's going to be interesting to see how this all shakes out. Let's get to the rest of the finishing order first here. Phil Parker comes home 21st. 22nd will go to Alex Miller. Jessica Shelton, unfortunately, I mean, I tell you what, Jess really struggling here in that race here. She ends up 23rd, sadly for her. William Brock 24th. Rafael LeDuc was 25th. Then Stephen Colon, Eric Monaco, Cole Deaver, not the result I'm sure he was hoping for, at 28th. Levi McIntyre 29th, and Daniel Bouchard ends up 30th. And rest of the finishing order here, Gabby Conklin, James Sykes, Austin Reed 33rd, Caleb Fogler, Amanda Evans, Cody McGurk, Ryan Butcher, JT Bryant, and Roberto Crown Jr. was last of the finishers here today, finishing 39th. Benjamin Miles was the car 3 laps down, finishing 40th. I'm sure did not make any friends out there, neither him holding everybody up there. I'm sure they're going to have a little talk with him. And Kat Batson comes home last place with a clutch failure. That's what knocked her out of the race. In fact, I mentioned Kat Batson and Benjamin Miles had a problem here. Let's go back to that moment here in that race. So here's what happened between Benjamin Miles and Kat Batson. This happened way back on the 4th lap of this race, and this is what caused Kat to be out of the race, and what caused Benjamin to be slow. And right there, Kat thought she was clear of Benjamin Miles, got turned hard in the wall. Both of them got turned hard in the wall. You see the hood damage on the number 10 car of Batson right there. Boy, Kat Batson has not had much luck this season at all. And for Benjamin Miles, he was hoping to end his season on a high note, and unfortunately, it did not go well for him neither. And but boy, that was quite a hit right there for that number 10 car. That's what caused the 10 car to be out of the race for this season here. But that was so there you have it with that here on what caused the only wreck here. The only wreck that did not bring out a caution flag. But again, congratulations once again to Harrison Ponder for winning the Napa Auto Parts 500. We'll be right back for the season-ending points review for the Castrol GTX Cup Series and see who your champion is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back at Atlanta Motor Speedway here to close out season 32 of the Castrol GTX Cup Series. And there's your final finishing order in the points. And sure enough, Trent Dunham just finished just a nut ahead of Quentin Moore to just steal the championship away from him by 4 points for the season. Oh, my dear God. I mean, that is... gotta be joy for Trent Dunham, but unfortunately the opposite for Quentin Moore, though, as far as the points are concerned. A 4-point margin of victory for the championship here. And Daniel Voiles, and also Daniel Voiles is your season 32 Rookie of the Year. And when you look at the Rookie of the Year points first, by the way, Daniel Voiles is your Rookie of the Year by 10 points over Eric Monaco. Harrison Ponder comes on third, a good 14 points behind him for Rookie of the Year. Austin Reed fourth, Cody McGurk fifth, and Caleb Fogler was the last rookie in the rookie points. All in all, a really darn good rookie class. I'll definitely say that for sure for the season. But congratulations to Daniel Voiles, the season 32 Rookie of the Year. But the championship today, this season, as we mentioned, goes to Trent Dunham for the second time in this series here by a mere 4 points over Quentin Moore. And like I said, Quentin's probably saying, if that crew had not screwed my car up at Phoenix, I would have had it for the second year in a row. It's probably what Quentin's thinking right now. Here, probably beside himself right now, though. But you can't say he didn't try to move back up to the field here in Atlanta. That is for sure. Trent ended his season with 4 poles, 2 wins, 9 top 5s, 13 top 10 finishes, an average finish of 14.55 on the season here. 3,844 points compared to Quentin's 3,840 with 1 pole on the season here, 2 wins that came at Bristol, and at Charlotte in the 600, 8 top 5s, 11 top 10 finishes, and an average finish of 14.61. And Trent's 2 wins came at the second race at North Wilkesboro and the race at Phoenix this season. Kyle Matthews will end up finishing third in the points this season. And had Kyle would have held on to win the race here, he would have tied, I think he would have tied Quentin for the championship. He might have tied Quentin and Trent for the championship, possibly, is what it looked like. And he would have stolen it away from both of them. Even though it would have been a tie for the championship, though, and Kyle would have had more wins than those 2 drivers would have been. But as it was, though, Kyle ends up finishing third in the points chase this season here with 2 poles, 3 wins, 10 top 5s, and 16 top 10s. And that ties for most top 10s this season, by the way, along with Cole Deaver. Average finish of 15.68 and a point total of 3,811. So he ends up 29 points ahead of 29 points out of the lead for the championship, or out of the championship, I should say. Finishing fourth in the points was Dylan Young with 3 poles, 2 wins, 3 top 5s, and 9 top 10 finishes. An average finish of 15.16 and a point total of 3,764. Dylan's 2 wins this season came at the first race at Martinsville and the race at Watkins Glen. Kyle's 3 wins, by the way, came at the second race at Rockingham. He also won Sonoma and the first stop at Michigan this season as well, too. And finishing number 5 in the points was Cole Deaver with 3 poles, 1 win, 6 top 5s, and 16 top 10s, and an average finish of 15.87, and a point total of 3,729, 115 out of the lead. So Deaver, not the finish he wanted to end the season. By the way, his lone win this season came in the first Union 400 at North Wilkesboro this season. So that is your top 5 finishing order in the points there. Jesse Turner comes on finishing 6th in the points chase with no poles, 1 win, 2 top 5s, and 11 top 10s. The lone win came in the Southern 500 at Darlington, average finish of 15.52. Charles Samper he comes home 7th position in points with that second place finish here today in Atlanta. He has 2 poles, 2 wins. They both came on the play tracks at the Winston 500 at Talladega and the Pepsi 400 at Daytona. He had 5 top 5s and 12 top 10 finishes this season. Average finish of 16.35 and a point total of 3,644. He ends up 200 points out of the championship. Nathan Orman, the nice 8th place finish in the points this season. He moved up 2 spots from where he started the day at Atlanta. He had no poles, no wins, unfortunately for him, though, but he did record 8 top 5s and 12 top 10s this season. 9th position in the points was Dylan Poteet. Moved up from 12th in the points to 9th to end the season in the top 10 points. And Poteet quietly had a really good season. We didn't talk much about him in the season at all, much. But he did come up with he didn't score a pole nor a win, but he had 4 top 5s and 7 top 10s, and that is the less amount of top. That's only had 2 drivers with less than 10 top 10 finishes in the top 10 on the points. One of them was 4th, and the other was 9th, and they were both named Dylan. So there you have it with that. But Poteet with no poles, no wins, 4 top 5, 7 top 10 finishes, and an average finish of 16.84, and a point total of 3,585. He actually almost took 8th position away from Ormond, as a matter of fact, in the points as well, too. And running up top 10 in the points chase with no poles, 2 wins, 8 top 5s, and 12 top 10s, and an average finish of 1732. And a point total of 3,576 is Zachary Fitzwater. A great season for him in the points chase. And those drivers knocked Levi McIntyre out of the top 10 on the points. Him and Rafael LeDuc both out of the top 10 on the points chase. So that's your top 10 on the points here. It's Dunham, Moore, Matthews, Young, Deaver, Turner, Sanford, Ormond, Poteet, and Fitzwater, the top 10 finishing in points. In the points this season, and the points battle was 268 points from 1st to 10th in the points chase. 11th position will go to Levi McIntyre. He had 1 pole, 3 wins, 7 top 5s, and 13 top 10s. Rafael LeDuc, he had 2 wins that both came in the first race of the season, the Daytona 500 and the Goodwrench 400 at Rockingham. LeDuc will finish 12th in the points with no poles, 2 wins, 5 top 5s, and 12 top 10s. 13th was Nathan Hudson, no poles, no wins, 5 top 5s, and 8 top 10s this season. Jessica Shelton, 14th in the points chase this season. She had 2 poles, 2 wins. They came at Bristol, the day race at Bristol, and the night race at Martinsville. She had 7 top 5s and 12 top 10s this season, and an average finish of 18.42. And running up the top 15 was Alex Miller. He had 3 poles, 1 win that came in the second race at Dover, 7 top 5s and 11 top 10s. And Miller had a slow start to the season, as a matter of fact, this season as well, too. Rounding out the top 20 in the points there was Keith Batson, 16th. 17th was Laura Chung. 18th, Phil Parker. 19th, Stephen Colon. And Mike Becker will finish 20th in the points chase this season. 21st on down. 21st was Matt McIntyre. 22nd, Seth Cole. 23rd, Eric Monaco. 24th, Daniel Voiles. 25th was William Brock. 26th position will end up being Benjamin Miles. 27th, Joshua Osborne. 28th will go to Daniel Bouchard. 29th is Harrison Ponder, the winner in today's race at Atlanta. And 30th position will go to Zach Winkle. 31st will go to Gabby Conklin, or 31st I should say will go to Kat Batson. 32nd, Gabby Conklin. 33rd, JT Bryant. 34th, James Sykes. 35th, 35th, Austin Reed. 36th, Ryan Butcher. 37th, Caleb Bogler. 38th, Allison Rain. 39th, Cody McGurk and Amanda Evans. 40th, and Roberto Crown Jr. was 41st in the points, and he was the only driver that did not score a top 10 finish this season there, unfortunately for Roberto. And he had some solid finishes this season, though, in some ways there, but they were few and far between, unfortunately, for the 30 teams. So if Roberto does come back, he hopes to better himself this season, obviously, and several drivers, I'm sure, will hope to do so as season 33 will happen. But as I said, season 33 the series will be on hiatus for a while, and in other words, taking a break from it, as we will do season 4 of the Mellow Yellow Racing Series. And signups will be about maybe a couple, 3 days or so after this video comes out.
No, you're all right.
And so anyway, but that is your complete top 5. That's your complete finishing order in the points chase. And so counting, and sorry about I was quiet there for a minute. I was counting down who all have won the season. So we ended the season up with everybody but one finishing top 10 in the points chase this season. 19 different winners this season in the points chase. Harrison Ponder's win made it 19 this season, and that ties the all-time record for most winners in the season in any season of the Castrol GTX Cup Series. And two drivers have won 3 times, and that's the most wins out of anybody this season here. So parity is alive when it comes to Castrol GTX Cup Series in the CRA. We're starting to get different winners in the series, is what it's looking like here. And of course, several drivers scored their very first wins in the season here. Ponder being one of them, the other two being Stephen Colon and Laura Chung. And I think JT Bryant's win at Dover was his first ever in the series as well too. So we've had 4 drivers score career win numero uno in this series in their career. And so that's what it's looking like here. And I think that was it here. But anyway, that's it for the season here. Thank you so much for being with us for season 32 of the Castrol GTX Cup Series. Congratulations once again to Harrison Ponder for his big victory today in the Napa Auto Parts 500 at Atlanta, and to Trent Dunham, the season 32 Castrol GTX Cup Series champion in this series here. And what was a tremendous season finale to end things off. And probably not for those of you who lost the championship. And like I said, sorry for that line though, but it's going to make the drivers want to drive harder for next season to try to get themselves into championship contention for season 33. So that will do it here today. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got NR races, we got gaming videos, we got NR online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Gozars, to have for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series, the main series on this channel. And if you want in on future seasons of Seth's series, then be sure to get with Seth and he'll get you going. And also be sure to check out other 2 channels that does NNSCRA offline series. So those two channels being X867539-858X is Dylan Young's channel, the man who does the NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup Series. And also to subscribe to his channel for some cool stuff, and also subscribe to Thrashman899's channel for some cool stuff as well too. That's Levi McIntyre's channel, the man who does the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series. That will do here today. Again, thank you so much for joining us this season for both the Castrol GTX Cup Series and the Male Yellow Racing Series. And for now, this is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NNSCRA celebrating 10 years of offline racing at its best. We'll see you next week. We'll see you for the beginning of the Male Yellow Racing Series season at Daytona.